What's up? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bell MTS Iceplex for a midget AAA meeting between the Winnipeg Wild and the first-year team, Winnipeg Bruins. My name is Rory McGoran, alongside my broadcast partner tonight, Theo Tutkaluk, for a well-anticipated matchup between the number 2 and number 3 seed teams, the Winnipeg Wild and Winnipeg Bruins. Tonight's pregame show is brought to you by Super 8 Winnipeg West.
At Super 8 Winnipeg West, we have your comfort in mind, with free Wi-Fi and free daily Superstart breakfast. We also have guest laundry facilities, a state-of-the-art fitness center, and a jetted hot tub. Sleep well in a spacious guest room equipped with plush new bedding, a 50-inch flat-screen HD TV, microwave, mini refrigerator, and Keurig coffee maker. Or book a suite with a kitchen, ideal for extended stays. Super 8 Winnipeg West, located just inside the perimeter on Portage Avenue.
All right, Theo, the Winnipeg Wild come into this game on an 11-game winning streak. They've played 3 times since the Winnipeg Bruins have played their last game on January 14th. The other side of the story is that Winnipeg, with a record of 33-2, have lost 2 of their 5 games to this very own Winnipeg Bruins teams. Bruins lead the season series 2-0. Is that the kryptonite for the Winnipeg Wild, who are tied for first with the Brandon Wheat Kings along the Manitoba AAA Midget Hockey League?
Well, good evening, Rory, and you touched on 2 great points. Number 1, 11-game winning streak for the Wild. Fantastic. And the last time they lost was to this Winnipeg Bruins team. And you could call it their kryptonite because of 2 of the 5 losses, have come against the Bruins. They're fast, they're young, they're relying on the chemistry of the teams previous that they've played on, because this is the first time as a group that the Bruins have been in succession in the Winnipeg AAA Midget Hockey program. So, Roy, I like what the Bruins have done. They're sitting in 3rd place, which is certainly not a slouch of a position right now. And they're probably going to be a little more rested, seeing that the Wild have played 3 times, like you mentioned, which is the second point, until the Bruins stepped on the ice.
So you mentioned that the Bruins are fast. They're a new team, but they also don't have the size that the Winnipeg Wild have. Winnipeg Wild have numerous players above 6 feet. The Bruins, their tallest player is at 6 feet. So is this a size against speed type of matchup here tonight?
Size versus speed, David versus Goliath. Hit me if you catch me if you can. All of those scenarios can be put into the 200 by 80-foot ice surface tonight. I think we're going to see great speed from the Bruins. They might catch the Wild off guard in that aspect. But more importantly, you mentioned the stalwarts, the 6'2", the 6'1", the 6-footers on the Wild. There's 2 players on the Bruins that are 6 feet or taller. And probably by looking at the Bruins team, I think the weights are with gear on, not gear off.
Well, let's head downstairs for tonight's national anthem, O Canada. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us along the Manitoba Sports Network here at the Bell MTS Iceplex for a meeting between the number 1 team, tied for number 1 with the Brandon Wheat Kings, That's the Winnipeg Wild. They're up against the number 3 team, Winnipeg Bruins. First year in the league for the Bruins. Let's touch upon the players that have point per game. Winnipeg Wild have 8 players averaging more than a point per game. Meanwhile, the Bruins have 2 players averaging a point per game. How have the Bruins been able to beat the Wild 2-0 so far this season?
I think it comes with the team chemistry like we mentioned previous to this season. You've got a lot of players that have played AAA Sharks, Warriors, and they're taking this chemistry to the next level here, starting the first period.
Face-off is won by the Winnipeg Bruins, and a quick outlet pass is intercepted there by Gottfried, the big 6'5 defenseman for the Winnipeg Wild. He's going to send it into the middle for Kluchuk, trying to split between 2 defensemen. Sends it back down low for Eric Fox. Puck a little ahead of him, and the Bruins are going to try to work a breakout. Puck gets past Gottfried as it falls on the stick of Lang. He can't quite control that. Gets out to center ice where the Wild work the breakout with Kluchuk. Gets stripped of the puck. Fox right behind him to throw a puck towards the net. A little bit behind the net. Caribs up the backboards. And now Jason Sisson throws it up ahead for Mariusz. Mariusz, quick shot towards the net. And there's a save by the Wild goaltender. First save of the night here, 19-18 into the first period.
Great start by both teams, trying to feel each other out in the first 35, 45 seconds here. Bruins are able to capitalize on an easy breakout, get that first shot on net.
Miles Minor with the save for the Winnipeg Wild. He gets the start tonight. Pass in front, quick shot by Burr. That hits a body in front, doesn't quite make it towards the net as Mason Waite, the captain, starts the outlet pass, and here comes Kyle Bettens. Kyle Bettens second in the league in points with 54 as the puck comes around the near side boards. Tripped ahead by the Bruins into the neutral ice, but good forecheck. And Mitchell Joss has a little bit of room, snaps a shot. Great save there by, I believe, it was Colby Thornton getting the start here for the Winnipeg Bruins. Back the other way on the far side boards, intercepted by the Winnipeg Wild. Chip to the near corner here. Open wing where Mitchell Jost picks it up. Gets a little hit there from Bullock. Stripped to the puck as the Bruins go for a lead pass onto the stick of Nakins. Nakins now on a breakaway up ahead. He shoots. And a great save there. Left pad, Miles Minor. And a second effort. They score. Early in this game, 1:41 in, the Bruins, who have beaten the Wild twice this year, open the score, and it's 1-0 for the black and yellow.
First off, on the 2-on-1, Makin's making the pass across. I didn't see any effort from the Wild defenseman to challenge him, leaving the goalie on a partial breakaway. And then the follow-up on the rebound, a great shot, low to the glove side, sneaks under the pad. We got a 1-0 game for the Bruins.
Well, Winnipeg's going to jump on this face-off and hammer it deep into Bruins territory. Nicely chipped along the boards by Stubbs. Gets a little bit ahead of him as Stubbs corrals the puck back behind the net, tries to go inside and out around the defenseman for the Wild. Wild do get it out up to center ice, but none further as it's slapped ahead by the defenseman for the Bruins. Now the Wild in Sarter. Michael Sarter working hard along the far side boards, chips it ahead, trying to get it back to the point for Joe Kraus. Joe Kraus just chipped a little bit deeper, and it's corralled by Hyatt of the Bruins. Now a pass over there to Jaquette. Jaquette now, D-to-D. Finds his defensive partner in Stubbs. Stubbs just sends it all the way down the ice. And the Wild are looking to break this one out of their own end. They're going to find Luke Zaremit. Zaremit down the left wing with some speed. Takes on his forehand. Whistles a shot. That goes wide. Krabs off the boards as it's corralled by the Bruins, but intercepted by the Wild. Zaremit again with another shot. That's off the stick of number 12 in Ashton Klassen and high into the netting. Puck out of play.
Zaremit grabbing that loose puck about 8 feet inside the blue line, using his speed, corralling it, getting on the forehand. Just couldn't get a clear shot to tie it up 1-1 here, but the Bruins getting some great shots here below the dots so far against the Wild.
Reese Belton gets tied up in the face-off, but finds Benedictson in the slot. Couldn't quite find the handle on that and squeeze off a shot as it falls to the far side corner boards. Played behind the net by the Wild. It's intercepted by the Bruins, and back the other way comes number 19 in Patrick. Patrick gets stopped up at the blue line as the Wild work back the other way with Gottfried. Gottfried tries to go outside around the Bruins defenseman and goes behind the net of Thornton. Plays it down low. Luke Zaremit's there. Getting helped out from number 8 and Tristan Thompson. Thompson has the puck, shovels it out in front, gets back to the point, slapped there from Borger. That goes just wide of the net, and it's picked up by the Bruins defense. Puck in the slot for Kluchuk. He takes a shot. Nice shoulder save there from Colby Thornton. Puck back, corralled by the Wild. Still good offensive pressure here for the Wild as it chips out to the blue line. Nicely held into the point by Borger, but not for long as the Bruins clear it out to neutral ice. Now Kluchuk's going to drop it back for Gottfried. Gottfried, head up, looking for an outlet pass. Gets to the red line, going to chip that all the way in to the Bruins territory. Nice hit by Kluchuk. Allows his mate to corral the puck behind the net. Back to the point, looking for Bergen. Bergen just throws it along the boards. Kluchuk's behind the net. Picks up the puck, trying to shovel it back to the point for the captain, Mason Waite. Nicely held in, but only a little bit as Nakins comes in a 2-on-1. Nakins whistles a shot. Rebound opportunity, but a little bit behind the goal line was his winger as the Wild now turn the puck the other way. Eric Fox now. Fox throws it in deep after he crosses the red line. Kyle Bettens is hard on it. Takes a hit against number 8 in Derek Mathez. But the Bruins, with their speed, come the other way. And here comes Burr. Burr now, across the line with a little bit of room. Looks for a rink-wide pass for Nakins. Intercepted there by Mitchell Joss. Joss now has room down the left wing. Takes it with some speed. Throws it into the slot. And a great chance for Kyle Bettens. But the puck just jumps off his stick. The rink has filled up here with fans of both teams, the Wild and the Bruins. Likely so, both from Winnipeg here at the MTS Iceplex and along the Manitoba Sports Network. In comes Jaquette. Jaquette trying to go inside and out around number 6. In Matt Shatsky, puck squirts out to the point. It's a shot there by Patrick and comes out to the point for Jaquette. Centering pass, nicely intercepted there by Caden Bryant. Out to the neutral ice where the Bruins have a little bit of trouble controlling that puck. As the Wild intercept it, look to try to get it deep into Bruins zone. But the Bruins intercept that. And Stubbs throws it deep in. Out of his net comes Miner to play the puck. Leaves it there for Gottfried. Gottfried's going to skate this out on his own. Flips it high. Great pass there. No offside. Fox comes in. Shoots. Great shoulder save there from Colby Thornton on an absolute breakaway shot from Eric Fox. Back come the Bruins with Hyatt. Hyatt gets to the blue line. Chips that in. Stopped behind the net by Miner. And the Wild are going to work on a breakout. Intercepted at the blue line. This is going to be offside. No, the ref waves it off. Corralled there from Michael Sarter. Sarter flips it into the zone. Icing's going to be waved off as that hits the Bruins player. Comes back behind the net. Good work by the 2 forecheckers for the Wild. Spills one of the Bruins defensemen on the ice. Back to the point for Gottfried. Gottfried throws a puck towards the net. Doesn't make it all the way, as it's sticked into the far side corner boards by the Bruins defenseman. Now Fox behind the net. Fox throws it out in front into the slot. Loose puck. Gottfried's first one on it. Gottfried stops up, throws it back behind the net, looking for Reese Belton. Belton now back to the point, just out of the reach of Alec Borger. Borger now shaking off the check of Lang. Goes back to the left wing boards here for Gottfried, and then Gottfried tries the centering pass up for Benedictson. But that's a little bit ahead of him as it's intercepted by the defenseman for the Bruins. Back up to center ice. Alec Borger now goes DDD to Gottfried. Gottfried up the wing to Benedictson. Benedictson shrugs off the check from Bullock. Puck gets deep into the Bruins zone. Up along the near side boards here for Bullock. Bullock chip pass. Up ahead for Hines. Nathaniel Hines now has a mate with him. Throws a pass towards the front. Great defensive play to lay down. Stop the centering pass from Drake Bergen as a secondary effort comes towards the net. That's carried by Miles Miner. But what do you want to talk about first here? The breakaway effort by Fox. I mean,
deep pass one, Joe Montana style. Fox clearly post pass. Just couldn't put it past the keeper. Miles Miner, I mean, kind of surprised to see him start in the game. He's got the 4 losses. Patrick still hasn't had a loss all season. You'd think maybe they switch it up, seeing that the Bruins have beat the Wild twice already.
Face-off is won by the Wild. Quickly thrown towards the net of Miner. Puck comes back to the point. Bullock has a lane, takes a shot. That's wide glove side of goalie Miles Miner. Puck comes back out to center ice where Bullock corrals that. Throws it D to D, just gets it briefly inside the Wild zone, and Eric Fox is on it. Fox, a flip centering pass, looking for Tristan Thompson, one of the per game players here for the Wild. Thompson rides his mate into the boards. Out there to help is Kluchuk. Kluchuk couldn't quite corral the puck, but now he does, and now Miner gets it onto the stick of Fox. But the Bruins strip that, and back the other way comes the Winnipeg Bruins. To the red line, chips it in, full sail line change for the Bruins. And back behind his own net comes Drake Bergen with some speed. Bergen also stripped of the puck by Hyatt there. Loses the puck. Back the other way comes the captain and Mason Waite. Throws it up the boards for Kyle Bettens. Mates have to be onside, so they have to check up as he throws it to Joe Krause. And Joe Krause just sends it in behind the net of Colby Thornton. Swung around the far side boards. Didn't like the read. Swung behind back the net of Colby Thornton. There's Colby Jaquette. He was the defenseman of the month, for December. Centering pass up ahead. Looking for Hyatt. Hyatt rides Joe Krause into the boards. Picked up by Kyle Bettens now in the neutral zone. Bettens throws a shot and a flashy glove save from Colby Thornton. Colby Thornton 11-5-0 on the season. A .318 goals against and a .901 save percentage.
He's doing a great job so far. I mean, we've seen not too many shots, only 4 to 3 shots here for the Wild. We're seeing a lot of end-to-end action by both teams, which is great, a lot of wide-open skating. But the fact still remains is it seems like the Bruins are just in the right place at the right time to not allow the Wild to gain any momentum offensively in the attack zone.
Face off inside that centering circle. Squeezed off a shot there was Falk from the Wild. Doesn't make it towards the net as Santor picks it up behind the net, throws it back to the point. There's a shot from the point from Matt Shatsky off a stick high above the net and out of play. 10:38 remaining in the first. Back and forth action here between the Bruins and the Wild, exactly what we expected.
Exactly. We're seeing the speed matched by the size, matched by the tenacity of both teams. They're looking really good, both squads, I think.
Faceoffs won by the Bruins, swung around the near side boards, intercepted, and pinched upon by Joe Krause. Keeps the puck in momentarily. But the Bruins going D to D between Ashton Klassen as he throws it up to Jason Sisson. Back to Klassen. Klassen now is going to work it through the neutral zone. Shakes off a few checks. Gets a little bit of room. Throws it towards the net. A light one. That's sticked away by Miles Miner. Thrown along the near side boards here to the point. Stopped by Mathes. Mathes is going to try to chip it high off the glass. It touches the netting. Puck's going to come out of play outside the Winnipeg Wild zone with 10:03 to play.
Yeah, just unable to keep the puck in play there. Hitting the mesh there. Fox had a couple of words for the Bruin defenseman there after the whistle. But so far, it's been a pretty clean game here, Roy. Not a lot of high hits, not a lot of stick use. A lot of speed. They're using the legs. You don't see that stick going horizontal or parallel to the ice, I should say. So refs haven't had a big job to do thus far, just one goal.
Exactly the game that we expected coming into this one, with speed being a big factor for the Bruins. And we know that the Wild have size, but we're not neglecting the speed that they also carry throughout their lineup.
No, absolutely right. And Ryan Gottfried's, the big tower there at the left E position. He's got the long stick, he's got the long stride, but you're seeing speed from both teams.
Luke Zaremit now down the right wing on his backhand, shovels that to the front of the net, but no one's there. Back to the point. Alec Borger throws it back to the net of Colby Thornton. That's wide, and the Bruins pick up that puck and work down back with Nakins. Nakins now down the right wing on his forehand, corrals the puck, throws it to the front, rebound. Great save there by Miles Miner. Puck squirts out back to the near side corner boards, thrown around the net of Miles Miner, picked up by Benedictson. He throws it to an empty wing. First on that's Reese Belton. Finds a little bit of room, but loses the puck as it drops back to the point for Gottfried. Gottfried tries to throw it a little bit lower, and the Bruins are going to corral this in their own zone, flip it high out into the neutral zone, and make a full sail line change for some fuel and tires. But a quick outlet pass up for Tristan Thompson, looking for Zaremit in the slot. Just off his stick, bounces into the corner. Zaremit tries to work a wraparound, but a little bit off his stick. Back to the blue line of the Wild. Nice job by the captain and Mason Waite to deter that from any danger. Intercepted by the Bruins, thrown towards the net. Miles Miner sticks that aside. Colby Jaquette throws another puck towards the net. Steered aside again by Miles Miner and out to the neutral ice, where the Bruins maintain control. Hyatt now throws that into the Wild zone. where behind his net is the captain, Mason Waite, shaking off a few checkers. Mason Waite now with some speed through the neutral zone, comes down the left wing, stops up, gets a little bit of a spill there, and the Bruins are able to pick up that loose puck before Mason Waite intercepts that again. Now back behind for Kluchuk, in front for Thompson. Thompson almost goes inside and out around Jaquette, but off his skate and into the corner. Jaquette now being worked on by Thompson. Back to the point. Waite keeps that in. Thompson has a little bit of room. Holds it, dusts it off, throws it in front of the slot. And that's covered up nicely there by Colby Thornton. 7:52 remaining here in the first. 1-0 Bruins.
1-0 Bruins, and the Bruins are still attacking Miles Minor. Shots from every angle. And Miles has to be very careful and cautious here because they're throwing all the pucks from different areas. And it almost seems like they're looking for that extra chip or that extra bounce or maybe a rebound left in front of the net.
Face-off is carried by the Wild. Kyle Bettens is going to shovel that down along the near side boards. Caden Bryant tried to shovel a little bit lower. Nice hit by Kyle Bettens. Comes out to the point. Another shot that's high off the back glass. Picked up by Bryant into the slot for Bettens. Bettens, another shot. Again, off a stick, goes into the far side corner. Puck is chipped out by the Bruins, but picked up by Bettens. Bettens goes over to Joe Krause, and Joe Krause is looking for Bryant. Ison's going to be waved off here. Back behind his net is Colby Thornton. He flips that off the glass, looking for his winger, and the centering pass intended for Jason Sisson, just a little bit ahead of him, as the Wild play that back into the Bruins zone. First on that are the Bruins, as it's Burr. Burr just throws that up near the blue line of the Winnipeg Wild, where Gottfried throws it D to D up to Joe Krause. Krause now with some room, centering outlet pass, but intercepted by Jason Sisson. Sisson now with some speed, throws a shot. Great shoulder save again by Miles Minor. Picked up by his defenseman, but not for long, as it's intercepted by the Bruins. Gets out to center ice. First on that puck is number 5 in Patrick Como. Como goes over to Jaquette, back to Como. He gets pressured there by number 12 in Zach Falk. But Jaquette's there to help him out. His teammate throws it back to Como, high off the glass, and over into the centering ice. Back in the neutral zone, both teams vying for position here. Jaquette up ahead for Nakins. Nakins, the one-touch pass, couldn't complete that as it goes over to the defenseman. Fired high off the glass. Corralled by Gottfried, and Gottfried onto Joe Krause. Joe Krause intercepted by Nakins. Couldn't have enough room to find the shot there as Michael Sartor picks up the puck and chips that into the Bruins zone.
I like the control and the composure of the Bruins here. They're not too upset about passing the puck back. They're maintaining control, which is kind of making the Winnipeg Wild team a little upset here, not getting the puck on their sticks.
Yeah, puck behind the net of Colby Thornton. Back to the point. Stopped momentarily there for Borger, but back the other way come the Bruins. Here comes shot there from Stubbs. Glove saved by Minor. Doesn't corral the rebound. It chips into the corner. Now centering pass onto the stick of Hayet. He's banging away at it. And ridden into the backboards there by Alec Borger. Now that's Michael Sartor with it. Sartor now gets to the red line, sends that in, and goes off for a change. Colby Thornton's going to come out of his net, play that around the backboards, but it's grabbed there by Bergen as he tries to throw a puck towards the net. But the Bruins intercept that and get it out to center ice. Luke Ceremit now, a little chip pass, looking for Reese Belton. Belton on his backhand takes it behind the net of the Bruins. Throws it back to the point for Bergen. Bergen goes to the captain, Mason Waite. A low shot, and there's a goal there for the Winnipeg Wild. Mason Waite may have been tipped in front by number 22, Kyle Bettens. If that's Bettens, that's his 25th of the year and his team-leading 55th point of the season.
I think it was Luke Benedictson actually in front because Bettens wasn't on the ice. Great backhand tip, low shot from the point, seeing eyes through 2 or 3 players. Found it between the wickets right where it was wide open. We got a 1-1 hockey game. Great goal, great tip-in.
Exactly what you want to see from the point from the captain, Mason Waite, throwing a low seeing eye shot towards the net. Back the other way come the Bruins, 2-0 in front. Great save by Minor.
That was the answer that the Bruins were looking for. Miles Minor, he's up to the task. He's had that one against him. He's shut the door since. Great job for the Wild netminder. And what can you say about the Wild? You know, the Bruins are holding on to the puck, but once the Wild get it, they're looking to shoot right away. It's shot first, shot second, get it going.
Yeah, you were right. Luke Benedictson's going to pick up that goal on the assist from Miles Minor. Great tip from number 37 for the Wild. Picks up his 8th goal of the year. Puck is chipped into the Wild zone. Played back around the backboards. Corralled there by Alec Borger. Borger's going to throw it up to center ice. Tristan Thompson tries to get it to Kluchuk, but that's intercepted nicely by the Bruins, sent all the way down the ice. This is going to be icing against the black and yellow.
First icing of the call, calling out the black and yellow. I like that.
First icing of the game.
First, exactly.
16 minutes in.
Just an amazing bit of, you can't say it more. If you've been watching this game with us on Manitoba Sports Network or live here at the MTS Iceplex, both teams have great composure of holding onto the puck so the other team can't have a chance with it.
Mitchell Joss now against the near side boards. Another shot from the point from Gottfried. That goes wide of the net, and the Bruins work the puck the other way. In comes Lang. Lang throws it back to Sisson. Sisson, now another shot from Mariusz. Just on the top of the circle on the near side boards here. Had a bunch of traffic throughout the way, but it's seen and gloved down by Miles Minor. 1-1 here. I mean, what can you say to a game that has been played 16 minutes of it and only one icing call? Great puck control, great speed by both teams.
You don't want to miss something, because if you go for a pee break or a popcorn, you're going to miss it. It's been a quick, fast game, and both teams are playing great hockey tonight. Definitely the game of the week.
We'll be out of here by 8 p.m. if like an hour-long game. If it's, well, the Zambonis got to come back out.
Zambonis will take longer than the periods, I think. But this is...
I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that one bit. Puck played on the far side boards, trying to chip it ahead, and does, up to Michael Sarter. Sarter now shrugs off the check of the Bruins, walks up to the blue line, tries a slap shot, fans on that one, and is corralled by Jaquette of the Bruins. Like I mentioned before, Jaquette, the defenseman of the month for the month of December, plays it out to the far side boards where a few bodies scrum on that one, chipped high up at the glass, and the puck's out of play.
Yeah, you talk about Colby Jaquette and the great December he had. He's also been called up for a couple of games, actually four, for the Selkirk Steelers as well. So he's got a couple points with them. You know, great composure. Not a lot of size, but he has his eyes up immediately. And the first thing for a defenseman is you grit the puck on your stick, you take 2 strides with it, and you make a better play. And he's doing exactly that for the first period, leading by example for these Bruins. A great job on the Bruins' defense as well. They're maintaining possession, but they're taking those strides and making a great pass, wide pass.
Yeah, another thing about Colby Jaquette is that 17 of his 28 points have come on the power play.
Fabulous. I mean, he's a great weapon, a great asset.
Just vision.
He's got it. I mean, he sees the ice very well. All the Bruins are passing the puck wide, like far ice passes, 60, 70-foot passes. Looks great.
Bruins now take it behind their net, chips it off the boards, stopped at the blue line nicely there by Mason Waite. Waite's going to throw it into the far side corner where Reese Belton's first on it. Back behind the net for Ceremit. Ceremit trying to chip it over to Luke Benedictson. Nice hit there by Luke as he gets it down low. Over for Ceremit in front of the net. Looking for, I believe it was number 17 and Reese Belton, but back the other way come the Bruins. Led by number 18, Jason Sisson. But intercepted by the captain, Mason Waite. He does that routinely on the defensive end as Luke Ceremit comes the other way. Ceremit, centering pass for Belton, just off his stick and falls into the far side corner. And the Wild, great scoring opportunity there. Couldn't capitalize on that one.
Should have went to the trailer Waite there. He was wide open, had a much better shot from the slot.
Puck comes into the near side half wall here. Pinks by Joe Kraus, kept in, shot by Belton. That's off the body there of Corbin Mariusz. Up to the blue line, offside's going to be the call against the white and green.
Against the white and green.
2 teams for Winnipeg. You got to kind of differentiate on how to call these teams. Even if icing against Winnipeg.
You know what? If you have terrible color, you can at least pick out one team versus the other because you got one black, one white. That's a good thing today, as John Madden would say.
Face-off is won by the white. Onto the stick of Waite. And chipped into the Bruins zone, but back the other way come the Bruins, led there by Patrick. Squeezes off a shot right around the stick of the defenseman for the Wild, but misses the net just by inches. Back the other way comes Tristan Thompson, trying to shrug off the check of number 3 in Braden Stubbs. We're going to get a penalty coming up here, a hooking call I believe, against number 3, Braden Stubbs. So the Winnipeg Wild with, imagine this, a team that has the first in the league with goals for, 211 goals for. They're 10th in the league on a power play percentage, 15.8.
It's incredible that this team can score so many goals with an even man 5-on-5 or 4-on-4 strength. First power play of the night, Stubbs had his stick a little too parallel to the ice with the hook in the neutral zone. Maybe they put one in the first minute 18, or they start the second off with a 40-second power play. We'll see what happens.
Kyle Betton's there, the second leading league point scorer of this midget Winnipeg Hockey League. Back to the point for Shatsky. Over to Kyle Bettens. He's going to walk out into the high slot, looking for the captain. Wait, back up to the point, and back for Bettens. Bettens now throws it towards the net. That's off the skate there of Devin Bullock, but it falls back on the stick of Bettens. Bettens now back to the point, and back to Bettens. Bettens now trying to go down low. Finds Caden Bryant. Caden Bryant's going to throw it up top for Matt Shatsky. Shatsky over to Wait. Doesn't like the read. Now he does. Throws it. That's off the skate again. Blocked nicely there by Bullock. Bettens fans on the passing attempt. Gets the puck back. Goes to Shatsky. Back up to Wait. Centering pass for Fox. Back to Bettens. Great play, but over the net on the shot from Kyle Bettens. And they're trying on the point. Intercepted by, I believe it was number 15 and Ty Nakins. Almost a breakaway chance as Kyle Bettens hops on the loose puck. So's a centering pass. Tipped wide of the net by Mason Waite. And here come the Wild again with a minute left on this power play. Waite is going to throw a puck towards the net. Steered aside there by Colby Thornton. Puck comes back to the point as it's intercepted by the Bruins. And here comes Hines. Nathaniel Hines just throws a puck towards the net. And that's going to be it for 20 minutes. As it's a 1-1 game here between the Winnipeg Bruins and the Winnipeg Wild. That power play that we have watched a minute and 18 seconds of is brought to you by GT Hockey. And what a power play it was. And what a power play that they set up there between Mason Waite and Kyle Bettens. And I believe it was Matt Shatsky on the point, a tic-tac-toe, able to stretch out the box of the Winnipeg Bruins and find the soft ice right in the high slot there for a great opportunity.
The Wild had Shatsky sitting right on the top of the umbrella, and they had Waite sitting along the boards. And like you said, it was that extra pass in the slot that kind of threw Thornton off a little bit. It's just too bad that Bettens couldn't find bar down instead of bar up. And not to mention, like, the quick speed of the Bruins. You know, Macon's coming across. Without that foot race with Wade, we could have had a breakaway shorthanded opportunity against Miles there. And he had a quick save with 2 seconds left that almost went behind him on a simple 50-foot shot. So, I mean, if you're looking for excitement and you're looking for question marks and two great Winnipeg teams showing off their skills and their attributes, you've picked the right thing to do on a Friday night. Go grab some popcorn, grab yourself a drink, a libation of sort, and join us for the second period, because this is going to be a dandy.
Yeah, that's why this game is the game of the week along the Manitoba Sports Network, and we had no doubt about it that this would be the game of the week between the Bruins, who have beaten the Wild 2 times, and the Winnipeg Wild, who are tied for first place in the league with 33-2 record. Just want to remind you that those goals scored by both the Wild and the Bruins when the 1-1 tie were brought to you by Get Empowered, our official communications provider for cell phones, iPads, and more. Contact your authorized TELUS dealer today, getempowered.ca. So it's 1-1 after 1. And, I mean, what can you say to both these teams? We came into this one looking at speed versus size. We were looking at the kryptonite. Maybe it was kryptonite for the Wild, being the Bruins one of the only teams. Well, actually, I think it's the only team that they haven't beaten yet in the regular season. And the Wild's played 3 games since the Bruins played 1. There's a lot of factors going into this game. The Wild's power play isn't really what it should be, buying that they've scored 211 goals over the course of the season. And all these aspects are coming into play tonight in a 1-1 tie after 20, which happens to be probably the fastest 20 minutes of play I've ever seen.
Fastest 20 minutes, no doubt. We're going to time these Zamboni, see how fast they take to clean the ice, because I'm sure these teams do not want to lose any momentum on either side of the bench. They want to get right back at it and start the second period, because, quite frankly, they've got a lot of great things going for both teams. Not a lot of bad things going on. We've only had the 1 penalty, only 1 icing, and what can you say? We're gonna leave it there. We're going to come right back. We got a interview with one of the Winnipeg Bruins players who's looking forward to possibly getting back on the ice before the regular season is out. So stay tuned with us.
Well, you heard that here, 1-1 between the Winnipeg Wild and the Winnipeg Bruins right here at the Bell MTS Iceplex. A beautiful day outside, even a better day with this game played inside here on the Manitoba Sports Network.
At Super 8 Winnipeg West, we have your comfort in mind with free Wi-Fi and free daily Superstart breakfast. We also have guest laundry facilities, a state-of-the-art fitness center, and a jetted hot tub. Sleep well in a spacious guest room equipped with plush new bedding, a 50-inch flat-screen HD TV, microwave, mini refrigerator, and Keurig coffee maker. Or book a suite with a kitchen, ideal for extended stays. Super 8 Winnipeg West, located just inside the perimeter on Portage Avenue.
Hi, I'm Rick Funk from Funk's Toyota. Our family has been in the automotive business for over 45 years. That's 45 plus years of looking after customers. We have a top worldwide recognized product that we are proud to be a partner with Toyota Canada. Every new and used vehicle is negotiable when it comes to purchasing your vehicle here at Funk's Toyota. Our staff of many years is very knowledgeable and will help you, not force you with your buying decision. There are no hidden fees and no pressure tactics. Not only that, we promise what we deliver and have one of the best used vehicle warranties in the business. Our staff love to serve and you will feel like family after your first visit. We are not perfect, but we love to please here at Funk's Toyota. For those of you that have experienced our Funk's Toyota family way, please share it with others and like us and share us on Facebook. We are proud to be a sponsor of the Manitoba Amateur Sports. Visit us online at www.funks.toyota.ca.
Hi, I'm Melanie from Melanie Bond and Athletic Therapy. I deal with rehab here, and one of the treatments that I use is massage, some mobilizations, and there are many other techniques that I take care of to help heal injuries.
I treat sports injuries, workplace injuries, motor vehicle accident injuries, and I direct bill to MPI, WCB, and other third-party insurers. Thank you. Come see us.
Theo Tutkaluk with you. First intermission, 1-1 hockey game between the Wild and the Bruins. We have Jesse Tkachuk, who usually wears number 9, but he looks fabulous in a great suit. He's been on the IR here for a couple of months now with a broken arm. Jesse, what part of your game is your team missing for you on tonight's action?
Honestly, I think my team's probably missing my speed out there. I'm kind of a speed demon on the ice. I use those long strides just to get the forecheck going.
Okay, so we talked about the speed at the beginning of the game. You're one of the taller players on the team at 6 foot. Now, you probably look about a butt 60 soaking wet, which is okay too, but your speed during the first period was relentless, and I really like that about the Bruins. What is the one part of the game that needs to pick up in the second to continue the momentum and maybe take the lead on the first place Wild?
Honestly, we got to get our passing going in our main zone over there because we can't get the puck off the boards that well. They keep on intercepting it while we try to put it up the middle there.
Okay, your coaches, do they talk about the shoot first, rebound second attitude? Because you're leading 14-8 in shots. We're seeing a lot of shots thrown on Minor here from every direction. Is that what your coach tries to imply on you guys when you come into the attack zone?
Yeah, Dan, we have a plan every game. He wants the defenseman to take it up, just keep on ripping shots at the goalie for those rebounds.
So every shot from everywhere.
Yeah.
If you don't, 100% of the shots you don't take, you miss, right?
Yeah.
Classic Wayne Gretzky scenario. Gotcha. So you've been on the IR for a bit. When is the likely return? Are you going to be ending up, starting in the end of the regular season, playoffs perhaps? What are you looking at for your timetable to return?
Hopefully, the doc said maybe at the end of the season or probably going into playoffs.
Okay, so there's a potential you could return to the team. Last thing, I'm going to let you go on this. What have you guys done to the Wild? You've beaten them twice. They haven't beaten you yet this season. Why are you their kryptonite?
I don't know. We usually get fired up when we play big teams like this.
Well, no question about it. We got a 1-1 hockey game. The Bruins are going to start on a penalty kill. Thanks for joining us, Jesse. Good luck to the Bruins here. 1-1 again. We'll come back with second period action at Manitoba Sports Network.
Welcome to MB Seeds. I'm Matt and this is B, and we're a family-run business. We've been operating since 2012, and we sell canola, soybeans, corn, wheat, barley, oats, and peas. We also run a cleaning facility on site just south of Low Farm where we can clean almost anything that you can grow. Come check us out today.
Welcome back here inside the Bell MTS Iceplex as play is on the way. Mason waits Inside the Bruins zone, throws it out and centering for Eric Fox. Corralled there by the Bruins and worked the other way for the black and yellow. Chipped ahead back into the far side corner boards. Just want to remind you this second period is brought to you by Melanie Bonin Athletic Therapy along the Manitoba Sports Networks. Thank you to all of our sponsors, of course, as always. Eric Fox now works on his backhand, takes it around the net, throws it out in front, comes back to the point. Shatsky with a shot. Great stick save there from Thornton. Bounces out to the far side. Boards in front. Off the skate of one of the defensemen for the Bruins into the crease. Colby Thornton covers that up and avoids any danger. 1-1 after the first.
You always have to worry about how a defenseman changes the angle of their skates. And for Derek Mathis, thankfully, it was just on enough at an angle that Thornton was able to use his pad to stop out that rebound kind of scenario.
Quick face-off win there by Reese Belton, shoveled away by the goaltender and Thornton, but the Wild pick up the puck, centering pass by Zaremit, bounces up high and lands in the slot. Luke Benedictson now, just around the corner to Reese Belton. Belton trying to get the puck out into the slot. A few bodies from both teams behind the net of Colby Thornton. Trying to shake away from the check is Devin Bullock. Intercepted there, and back on it are the Bruins, led by Corbin Mariusz. Plays it up the boards, but stopped there, and back to the way on a 2-on-1 comes Mariusz. And it's Jacob Sisson. Sisson now just throws it, intercepted there by Zaremit. That's sticked all the way into the Bruins zone. I want to apologize to Sisson there. I keep on calling him Jacob Sisson. It's Jason Sisson. Pardon me, Jason. Puck comes back out into the Wild zone. As Gottfried's having a hard time picking up that puck. Finally does, chips it out. Stopped there nicely by Jaquette. Shoveled back down behind the net of Minor. First on it is Jaquette. Jaquette now throws that behind the net. Back up to the point for Hyatt. Hyatt now throws it back down low. On it there is Lang. Lang going to chip this back out to the point where a quick shot comes there from Patrick Como. Como couldn't quite find towards the net as the Wild picked that up, throw it all the way down the ice. Doesn't have enough speed for icing, but nicely on the puck is Bettens trying to throw it out to Sarter. Just a little bit ahead. Sarter does get the puck there in between the skates of Bettens and picked up by the Bruins. Long lead pass intended for Stubbs. That's off a skate and onto the stick of Alec Borger. Borger throws it up along the blue line. 4, 5, 6 bodies in there now. Puck squirts out to Borger, trying to throw a lead pass as the Bruins stick that now deeper into the Wild zone. 2 bodies for the Wild, 1 for the Bruins. In comes Stubbs to help out for the Bruins. Pressed against the boards nicely there by Kyle Bettens. Now 2 from each team. Out comes Stubbs with it, throws it towards the net. Minor just chips that behind his own net, and back the other way come the Winnipeg Wild. Intended pass for Bettens, couldn't quite handle that, plays it back to the defenseman. And Mason Waite's going to chip that ahead for Falk. Falk sends it in. They're going to make a full sail line change here as Colby Thornton comes out of his net and plays it up ahead for the Bruins. A little chip pass intended for Ty Nakins, but icing's going to be the call. As a little quick, not a quick whistle, but I thought Ty Nakins had the step there on the Winnipeg Wild defenseman.
It was a tie to the runner sort of thing, and I think the ref just needed a stoppage to catch his own breath going 3:20 into this second period.
Well, 1 whistle in, and we're 3 minutes, 20 seconds into this one. So
another record-breaking second period action, quick and fast and furious. I like it.
Play is played behind the net. Long outlet pass, looking for Burr. Burr just a little bit off his stick. It falls into the far side corner boards. Hop on that one. Comes Nathaniel Hines, but the Wild come back the other way, led by the captain, Mason Waite. Waite now throws it in front of the net. Nice hit there on Tristan Thompson behind the net of Colby Thornton. Picked up by number 8 of the Bruins and Derek Mathis. Mathis is now going to play it up to Klassen. Gets it to the point. Bergen's going to stop that. Quick pass deflected in front. Just goes wide of the net. Great opportunity there for the Wild. As Drake Bergen throws it back behind into the corner, near side boards here of the attacking zone for the Wild. Eric Fox now going to chip that a little bit deeper in behind the net of Colby Thornton. Tristan Thompson rides Hinman into the boards. In to help out there is Eric Fox. Working on Klassen. Kluchuk gets rided into the boards, but Fox picks up the loose puck and throws it back behind the net for Tristan Thompson. Thompson trying to shrug off the check as it's corralled by the Bruins. Now a centering pass. No one's in the slot for the Wild, and the Bruins and Burr is able to chip that off the boards and get it out to neutral ice where Mitchell Joss is on the puck. Joss now with a lot of room through centering ice, trying to go inside and out. Puck slides off his stick, and the Bruins are right on that with Lang. Lang, long shot from outside the blue line, just misses the net and bounces back to the red line where Bullock picks up the puck. Bullock goes D-to-D onto the stick of Patrick Como, sends it back behind the net. Miles Minor out of his net dangerously as a lot of Bruins are pressing on the forecheck, but the Wild do a nice job to pick up the puck and get it outside the blue line. Bruins are going to have to check up and get onside as that long headman pass intended for Caden Bryant was a little bit ahead of him, and we're going to get icing here against the black and yellow.
Another icing call here. The second one of the night, maybe the third one. Yeah. But a lot of zip on that high heated pass. The stoppage and play. Both teams a little bit shorty out of the block so far in the second, but looking to clean action up here.
Shot from the point from Bullock goes wide of the net. First on it's Matt Shatsky. He's going to go D-to-D over to Kraus. Kraus now winding through his own zone into the neutral zone off the skate there of, I believe it's Maryish, but picked up nicely by Bettens. Bettens head up looking for an outlet pass. He's being worked on by two of the Bruins, and the Bruins pick up that loose puck and work the other way. Chipped around by Lang. Lang does get it into the attacking zone, just chips it deep where Borger's going to pick it up for the Wild. Try to go D-to-D, and Zaremit does get to the blue line, but none further as it's picked up there by Sisson. Sisson just stopped up at the top of the circle as the Bruins do keep it in. Now Lang takes it wide along his backhand, taking it around the net of Miles Minor, trying to shovel off a check, takes it two, whacks at it. Third chance opportunity there from Jason Sisson in the high slot, puts it high and wide of the net. Good change of direction behind the net there by, I believe it was Kyle Lang. Back the other way comes Reese Belton, has a little bit of room, has Zaremit with him, trying to centering pass. Benedictson now with a whack at it. Great save there by Colby Thornton. Makes his 10th save of the game for Colby Thornton of the Bruins.
Great scoring chances by both teams. You had Lang do the dipsy doodle, almost caught Minor off his near post, two whacks at it, and Sisson in the slot just put it a little too high. And then 200 feet the other way, we get Belton, we get Benedictson, and we get the rather third forward there for the Wild, banging away, and Thornton coming up huge. Keep it a 1-1 game.
13:44 left in the second period. A power play coming up here for the Winnipeg Wild. That power play is brought to you by GT Hockey, as the Wild are going to start this one off in the attacking zone. Corralled there by Borger. Borger's going to play it down low, looking for Zaremit. Zaremit is going to go back up to Borger and over to Gottfried, the big 6'5" defenseman for the Wild. Is going to walk the line, throw it towards the net. In front is Zachary Falk. Couldn't quite create the screen as Thornton saw that the whole way, stick it to the corner, and the Bruins play it all the way down the ice.
Devin Bullock getting a 2-minute penalty. I didn't quite see what happened. However, the Wild's unsuccessful on that first shot. Here they come in, entering the zone.
Now Sartor's going to drop it for Thompson, and back for Sartor, in front for Falk. And that's intercepted nicely there by number 12 and Ashton Klassen, and throw it all the way down the ice. Good pace here. Almost nearing the halfway point of this game. 1-1 is the score between the Bruins and the Wild. The Wild are on the power play, brought to you by GT Hockey as Eric Fox works it in. He gets stripped off the puck, corralled there by number 22 and Colby Jaquette, and all the way down the ice again. The Wild are going to have to regroup and work the breakout here on the power play. 50 seconds remaining.
Bruins doing a good job standing up on their own blue line, not giving the Wild any room to enter in and set up.
Kyle Bettens now works along the right wing on his forehand. Gets a little bit of chipped off the puck by the Bruins. Riding into the boards now. And back to the point. Mason Waite can't quite hold that. And again, the Bruins tick off precious time as there's 28 seconds remaining in the Wild power play here for GT Hockey.
Most of this power play has actually ended up in the Wild zone, having to chase back on the long clearances by the Bruins.
Yeah, good job by the Bruins on not only holding the line, but if it gets deep, getting that loose puck and quickly getting out. Puck comes to the point for Shatsky. Tipped in front there by Caden Bryant. Just falls side of the net. Good opportunity for the Wild. Here comes the Bruins back the other way. Long 2-on-1 effort just off the stick there of Matt Shatsky and falls into the far side corner boards. Back to 5-on-5 action here as the penalty kill for the Bruins are successful once again. Good work by the 1-4 checker. I believe that's number 23 in William Hyatt for the Bruins, pinning the Wild deep in their own zone. Now the puck comes out to the high slot, shoveled towards the net, back to the point for Clausen. Clausen's going to throw it tipped wide, and a long lead pass. Here comes Fox. Eric Fox on a breakaway. He goes inside, backhand, great stick check there by Colby Thornton, and into puck to the slot. Just goes behind the net, but Colby Thornton, what a play on that breakaway. Now Alec Borger's going to walk it in from the line. Finds the remedy, takes a shot, that goes wide. Great 3 opportunities for the Wild, but Colby Thornton was there every time.
Thornton with the stick check, and then following the stick check as he tries to deke around him. Great save by the netminder.
Here comes Ceremit down the right wing, steps into the slot, trying to squeeze up a shot, and does. That falls left side of the net, gets its way to the blue line and out to neutral ice. Wow, what a chance for Eric Fox there to get the go-ahead goal for the Wild. But Colby Thornton with a beautiful stick check. The other way comes Belton, tries to do a little toe drag between the legs, intercepted by Colby Jaquette, and played back the other way. Ty Nakins just a little bit offside. And with 10:23 remaining, we're going to get a face-off outside the Winnipeg Wild zone. 1-1 here, shots 18-13 in favor of the black and yellow, the Winnipeg Bruins.
Colby Thornton just knocking the door down, keeping it up, putting more bolts and nuts in it. Just a great job between the pipes. The Wild got to figure a way to get more offense on him. Only 13 shots thus far. It's almost like they're missing the pass just by a little bit so far. And maybe except for that headman pass, they've just not missed it by, just missing it by a fraction.
Play ensues just inside the Bruins zone, but carried out by Como. Como looking for a rink-wide pass, intercepted by the Wild and back the other way. Mitchell Joss tries to chip the puck around the defenseman for the Bruins, gets it to the blue line, held in nicely there by Caden Bryant, but now the Bruins do get it all the way out. There's going to be icing here against the Bruins with 9:48 remaining. And again, what time is it, Theo? We started
7:53.
We started this game at 7 o'clock. It's 7:51. We're already halfway down the second period.
I want to make a quick comment on how the Bruins are really hemming in Kyle Bettens. They know he's the number 1 scorer. They're not really giving him a lot of space and a lot of room to make a good decision. He has had maybe only 1 or 2 shots on net, but, I mean, the Bruins have done a really good job controlling the puck and making sure that they're closing in faster and sooner than later, so they can't make great opportunities out of the time they have with the puck.
Puck is into the Bruins zone. That's going to be offside.
That should be all the way down. Oh, wear the pants on that one.
It could have been.
He knew he was offside.
Intentional offside. But instead, faceoff's going to come just outside the Bruins zone.
If we had a Randy Moss here Sunday, it'd be come on, man. That's totally going all the way down.
Come on, man.
There we go.
And the faceoff's won by the Wild. Gets it inside, a little bit deeper of the Bruins zone. Picked up there by, I believe, Jesse Catch. Played up by the Bruins. No, Jesse Catch is out of this game. That was Mathes, number 8. Shot there. Nice shot by Fox. And that's gloved away by Colby Thornton once again. And now a little bit of a step from the Bruins. Jacob Sisson picking up the puck. Throws it along the boards. Miles Minor out of his net. But first on it are the Bruins. And it's played around for Jason Sisson. Back to the point. Just under the stick there of Devin Bullock. And the Bruins touch pass just ahead of the red line. Icing's going to be waved off. First on that's Joe Krause. He's going to chip it around for Matt Shatsky. But the Bruins do a nice job on the forecheck as Lang picks up the puck. Trying to shovel that a little bit deep down, I believe, for number 18 and Jason Sisson. But here comes Zach Falk with it. Falk stops up at the blue line looking for some mates. Throws it in front of the net where Cal Bettens was waiting for it. A little bit ahead of him. Falls into the near side corner boards. Stopped at the line nicely there by Bergen in front for Falk. Can't quite find the handle. Does now. Tipped in by Santor. Rebound. They score! Kyle Bettens. Johnny on the spot. Loose puck. Taps that away past Colby Thornton. And it's 2-1 here for the Winnipeg Wild.
Sometimes when you take a shot on net, it doesn't have to be the fastest, or it doesn't have to be having seeing eyes. But this one by Falk just gets through, gets tipped before it gets to Thornton, can't find the rebound. And like you said, Kyle on the spot, Bettens, just pockets the second goal of the night. gives the Wild a 2-1 lead, 8:12 left in the second.
That's Kyle Betton's 25th goal of the year, his 55th point. Second in the league in points. It was 4 behind the lead. Now makes it 3 as the Bruins are working on a quick answer here. 7:55 remaining in the second period as Luke Zaremets takes it into the Bruins zone. Throws a puck that's off the skate there of the defenseman for the Bruins and falls into the far side corner boards. Jason Sissons now trying to chip that a little bit out of his zone. It's intercepted by the Wild and played around the net for Luke Benediktsson. Benediktsson trying to shrug off the check of Clausen. Clausen doing a nice job to pin him up against the boards, and it squirts out into the slot, and the Bruins maintain control here. Now Jaquette's going to throw this just into the Wild zone behind the net of Miles Minor. Out to the point, hops off the stick of Jaquette. He's going to swing around the check of Zaremet, play a nice pass, but that's intercepted beautifully by Alec Borger. Inside the Bruins zone to the blue line, chipped out by the Bruins. A little bit of chippy play here in the neutral zone as the Wild do, in fact, get it inside the Bruins territory. Now the Bruins, nice centering pass, outlet, breakout to the red line, none further as it's intercepted by Gottfried. Gottfried's going to shovel that into the deep Bruins zone as it's picked up by the defenseman. Now a centering pass, good pressure here, good momentum swing in favor of the Wild as it's corralled by Caden Bryant for Jost. Jost now loses the puck, and back to the way on a 3-on-2 come the Bruins. Jaquette, looking for Nathaniel Hines, nicely sticked away by Borger, played into an empty wing. This is going to be icing against the Wild. Just want to remind you that goal, the 2-1 goal, the go-ahead goal by the Wild is brought to you by Get Empowered, our official communications provider for cell phones, iPads, and more. Contact your authorized TELUS dealer today. GetEmpowered.ca.
Great momentum switch here by the Wild. They've definitely taken control over the last 4 minutes. We've got 6 minutes left in the second period, Rory. It's crazy.
I'm out of breath, Theo.
Take it away.
But loving every minute of it. Back the other way come the Wild into the neutral ice. Picked up by the Bruins off the stick of Jason Sisson. I got to get that name right more than I get it wrong, and so far I haven't. Sisson. Jason, that is, played the puck just off the boards, intercepted by the Wild out to neutral ice, and back the other way comes Como. Como chips it off the far side boards, back behind the net of Miles Minor. First on, it's Gottfried. He's going to play it to Jost, and Jost is going to chip it ahead for Kluchuk. Kluchuk's going to beat out that. No, he's not. I thought he was going to beat out that icing, but once again, linesmen are going to have all the safety precautions necessary and waive the icing call when necessary. Back comes the puck the other way into Wild territory.
The icing rules have changed so that it is player safety we're concerned about, and you have to make sure these players, they're going 100 miles an hour into the boards. They know when to let up when it is. So Mathez here, quick shot on net.
And the puck does squirt out to the slot where it's picked up by Mitchell Jost. Jost now lead pass up for Fox. Fox lost speed, tries to one-hand it, and does. Penalty coming up as he throws it towards the net. And the Bruins are going to go on the penalty kill here, brought to you by Pembina Valley Chrysler, as the Wild go on their third power play opportunity of the game for GT Hockey. GTPerformanceHockey.com. Go give them a visit, as the Wild are giving them lots of airtime with their third power play of the game. So far 0 for 2. They're going to try to pad this lead a little more and go up by 2 here with 5:27 remaining in the second period.
Derek Mathez caught with a high stick. I think the stick just came up as I think it was Fox who was trying to sneak around there on his backhand. Still got a good shot. We got a power play coming up here.
Face-off is picked up by Kyle Bettens onto the stick of Mason Wade at the point. Wade now on to Matt Shatsky. Shatsky's looking over across to Kyle Bettens. Bettens back up to Shatsky. And over to Mason Wade. Centering pass intended for Fox. Just a little bit ahead of him. But Bettens is the first one on it. Down deep into the Bruins territory is Caden Bryant. Throws it up to the point for Matt Shatsky. Shatsky is going to walk the line. Go across to Bettens, and Bettens to Wade and back to Shatsky. Trying to look for a lane. There's the lane. Tipped just wide of the net on the glove side of Colby Thornton, but picked up by the Wild and Eric Fox. Fox now walking into the high slot. He walks again. Takes it a little bit deeper. Drops it back for Shatsky. There's a shot and a nub stick saved by Colby Thornton. Played along the boards, kept in by the Wild. Mason Waite keeps that in. Throws it to Fox. Fox going to walk into the high slot again. Now he shoots. Great pad save by Thornton. Puck jumps out to the high slot where it's picked up by Mason Waite. Throws it down low for Bettens. Back up to the point for Fox. Fox trying to get down for Bettens, and the puck does get out there by the Bruins. Necessary play by the Bruins. Bench is open. Whistle has been blown. Offside is the call?
I believe the call is offside. One of my top 5 words to use during a hockey play-by-play.
Believe?
No, Thornton's nub.
Oh, yeah.
Great save by the nub.
I thought it was offside.
If you can't use...
If offside's not in your top 5, I don't know if you should be calling a hockey game, but...
Nub. Is a K silent?
No, there's no K. Is there a K?
I don't know. We're not dictionary people. We're hockey play-by-play analysts.
I also am not the best spelling major either, so in the other way comes Michael Sarter. He's being pinched along the boards by the Bruins defenseman. Puck squirts out to the point where Gottfried's on it. Gottfried's going to go D to D. Up to Fox. Fox takes a shot. He scores! 3-1 Winnipeg.
Is that Fox or Falk?
No, I believe after the second look, I think it was number 8 and Tristan Thompson.
Wow.
18's Fox, 8 is Thompson. I think I misjudged the other side of the jersey, but nonetheless, it's 3-1 Winnipeg with 3:41 remaining in the second period.
The hesitation on the shot pulled Thornton across, giving that short side a little more room. We got a 3-1 hockey game for the Wild. They've definitely taken control in the last 10 minutes of this period. The Bruins just haven't had an answer. Here comes Benedictson.
Benedictson with a shot. Great blocker save.
Bar up, not bar down.
Oh, it's wrong again. Number 9, Alec Borger.
Sorry, fans. We'll get it right. I'm really apologetic.
Alec Borger with the goal, assisted by number 4, Gottfried, on the power play. Make it 3-1 Winnipeg. That goal is brought to you by Get Empowered, our official communications provider for cell phones, iPads, and more. Contact your authorized TELUS dealer today, getempowered.ca. So it's 3-1 here for the Winnipeg Wild, and Mason Waite's going to work it down on his backhand, throw it to the front of the net. Does that squeak behind Thornton? No, it goes behind the net. Bruins now being pressured hard by the Wild as the momentum has swung completely in the way of the white and green. Back to the point. Reese Belton throws it back for Drake Bergen. Bergen's going to go down low for Zaremit. Coley for the pass. One-timer. Oh, what a save there by Colby Thornton as he sticks out the right pad and absolutely robs, I believe, Reese Belton.
It was amazing. Like, he had cat-like reflexes coming across post to post. The momentum kind of took the net off, which is the reason why I think we have a stoppage in play. But great job by the Wild, finding the open lines and making the great passes. Things they couldn't do in the first are doing in the second, and that's the reason why they've got the 2-goal lead thus far.
That's the reason they have the 11-game winning streak here as it's intercepted by Kyle Bettens. Nice backhand pass over to Bryant. Bryant's looking for Joss in the far side corner boards. Pinched against the boards by the Bruins defenseman, chipped along the near side boards here as it's intercepted nicely there by Matt Shatsky on the stick of Caden Bryant. He's going to one-hand this. Back behind the net of Colby Thornton. Inside is Mitchell Joss. Plays it along the boards. Intercepted by the Bruins and back the other way. Long lead pass intended for Tyler Nakins. Icing again?
That puck did cross the red line before the player did. That is the call of icing. I don't have the rule book. I can't tell you what rule number it is, but that is first and foremost the reason why they do the touch icing. No touch icing.
No touch icing.
No touch icing. Here, midget AAA hockey, 3-1 Wild, taking the lead in shots, 22-19 in the second.
Face off on the glove side there of Colby Thornton. 2 bodies for the Bruins on the near side corner boards. It's picked up by the Wild. Eric Fox looking for a pass. Walks the boards. Gonna walk out into the high slot, drop it for Alec Borger. Dangerous play, but Borger does a nice job to keep that inside the Bruins zone. Back behind the net, Tristan Thompson throws it for Bryant. Back to the point for Gottfried. There's a shot, and that's tipped and goes high into the netting behind the net of Colby Thornton. 1:48 remaining. Of course, we've been talking this whole time about the linesman part of me's decision to blow the icing to negate any dangerous plays. But in this, obviously, Winnipeg Midget AAA Hockey League, it's no-touch icing. It crosses the red line before the other opposition skaters there. They're blowing it down every time.
You have to blow that down, and not just for player safety, but probably for the fact that these officials aren't getting a TV timeout, and they're probably doing a little more huffing and puffing. I have to make a comment like we mentioned.
More than us?
Oh, we're doing okay. I think we got the water bottles in effect. We're good. The air isn't too light up here at the Iceplex. But the Bruins have no answer for the clear concept of passing that the Wild have shown us here in the second.
Michael Sarter into the slot for Bettens. Rebound opportunity for the Wild. Cleared away by the Bruins and chipped out. Glove down nicely there by Kyle Bettens. Now Gottfried with a slap at it. Sarter banging away at it. Another body in there for the Wild. Stopped nicely there at the blue line by Borger. Borger's going to hold it in momentarily. And Zachary Falk's going to be on the puck. Back behind the net where Kyle Bettens picks it up, the loose one. And back behind the net where Sarter's going to be on that. Wild all over the Bruins here in the second period. 3-1 in favor of the home team. Here comes Stubbs with it. Takes it to his backhand. Throws it to the net. Great save by Miles Minor. Covers up for the whistle. 3-1 here. A minute remaining in the second period for the Wild.
1:02 left in the second. 25-20 the shots. We have Falk going off for the Wild here. A 2-minute minor behind the play. Call is hooking.
Penalty kill brought to you by Pembina Valley Chrysler. Face off to the glove hand of Miles Minor. 25-20 the shots in favor of the Wild, and the momentum has been all on the side of the white and green here in the second period. As the puck is won by the Bruins, but pinched along the boards nicely there by Luke Zaremit. Squirts out to the point for Jason Sissons. Sissons going to work it down the far side boards there. Comes out to the point for Jaquette. Jaquette now gets the puck back. Throws it towards the net. Tipped in front. Scrum ensues in the slot. Cleared back out to the point. Stopped there by Jaquette. He finds Sisson at the point. Long lead pass. Open side. Great save there by Miles Minor on the shot from the Bruins on the power play. 28 seconds remaining. Here comes Mitchell Jost. Chipped it around. Takes a shot. He scores! Mitchell Jost, great speed, great read, chips it around Colby Thornton. 4-1 Winnipeg with 24 seconds remaining. A shorthanded goal for the Wild.
Just unreal. Great passing by the Bruins. Getting a great chance on Miles Minor. Bit of an unlucky bounce. Thornton stuck between a rock and a hard place. 50-50 call. He doesn't make it. 4-1 on the shorty. What a beauty goal. Speed, we thought about the Bruins' speed. The Wild speed there was unreal. Like lightning.
Yeah, this momentum swing is monumental here for the Wild. 1-1 going into the second. It's been all Winnipeg Wild here in the second period of the Bruins trying to collect themselves. And back the other way comes Reese Belton. Has a little bit of room down the left wing on his backhand. He's going to stop up with 1 second. That's going to do it for 40 minutes here in the second period. 4-1, the score for Winnipeg over the Winnipeg Bruins. 4-1, the Wild, I should say. Both teams are from Winnipeg, of course. Over the Winnipeg Bruins. So the Winnipeg Wild are going to have that 58-second penalty kill to steer away at the beginning of the third period. But nonetheless, what can you say about that second period for the Winnipeg Wild?
The Bruins only mustering up 6 shots that period. And the Wild totally taking control, probably from the 15-minute mark all the way to the end of the period until they got that penalty. I mean, they're showing that they took the speed away from the Bruins and showed how fast they were. They brought the body to the game, showing how good they are against the boards, how cool and calm they are in their own zone to move the puck out and put some excellent pressure on Thornton and the Bruins. And dividends show 3 goals in that period, 1 shorty, and Kyle Bettens gets another one, finding a little seam wherever he can, being Kyle on the spot for the third. So, I mean, all things are a go for the Winnipeg Wild. The Bruins, have to find some sort of energy. They just left the ice with their heads down. No reason to do that yet, boys. You got another 20 minutes to go here. You can pick your socks up. You can definitely storm back here. You've beat this team twice. Yep. So, I mean, you've done it before. there's nothing telling you can't do it again.
Speaking of speed and speaking of energy left, I mean, the Winnipeg Wild, riding this 11-game winning streak, have played on the 14th, the 16th, and the 17th of January, this being the 19th of January. The Bruins last played on the 14th of January. The Wild have played 2 games since then. So we thought maybe the second and the third would belong to the Winnipeg Bruins, being maybe the faster team. They're definitely the smaller team, so we expected them to be a little bit faster, having won against the Wild 2 times this season. But that second period was all Winnipeg.
All Winnipeg Wild. Another fast period, just like the first. You know, we're going to be able to catch our breath here a little bit, Rory. But I tell you, you know what? It still marks up for a great third period of hockey between 2 good Winnipeg AAA midget teams sitting high in the standings, showing off their positives, showing what they bring to the table. And, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing how this third matches up.
Well, it's 4-1 for the Winnipeg Wild, and a team that has only allowed 73 goals throughout the regular season, sitting first in the league in goals against. How are the Bruins going to go into the dressing room and come back out believing that they can score 3 to tie and 4 to win against a team that's let in the least amount of goals in the league?
It's a little bit of a valley into a mountain, so to speak. And I think what has to happen is they have to go back to what they did in the first period. Shots from every angle and getting more action in front of Minor. They only had, like we said, 5 or 6 shots in that period. So really, they have to bring more offensive power and get those shots on net so they have a chance to get that second or third juicy rebound. I mean, you don't have those rebounds. You're not catching them off guard. I mean, Lang had that one great scoring opportunity, coming short side, almost catching Minor off his post. But outside of that, they were very routine saves made by the Wild netminder, making it a very simple second period for him and his defense. And the offense just able to take it from there and gather the momentum and gain the power and put 3 goals up and take a commanding 4-1 lead here.
Well, 40 minutes down in record time, I may say, between the Winnipeg Wild and the Winnipeg Bruins. 4-1 in favor of the Wild. Third period action coming up next here at the Bell MTS Iceplex and, of course, along the Manitoba Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Rick Funk from Funk's Toyota. Our family has been in the automotive business for over 45 years. That's 45 plus years of looking after customers. We have a top worldwide recognized product that we are proud to be a partner with Toyota Canada. Every new and used vehicle is negotiable when it comes to purchasing your vehicle here at Funk's Toyota. Our staff of many years is very knowledgeable and will help you, not force you with your buying decision. There are no hidden fees and no pressure tactics. Not only that, we promise what we deliver and have one of the best used vehicle warranties in the business. Our staff love to serve, and you will feel like family after your first visit. We are not perfect, but we love to please here at Funks Toyota. For those of you that have experienced our Funks Toyota family way, please share it with others and like us and share us on Facebook. We are proud to be a sponsor of the Manitoba Amateur Sports. Visit us online at www.funks.toyota.ca.
Second intermission time back here at the MTS Iceplex in beautiful Winnipeg, Manitoba. The Wild are up on the Bruins 4-1. We have Jason Kotchin with us. Jason, how are we doing today? What's going on? What was with that second period?
You know, we got to a slow start there, I thought, and I think it showed, and the score especially, and it's tough to be down, but I think we're going to come back here.
So what do we have to do in the third period to see this 4-1 lead by the Wild get erased?
I think we just got to get pucks deep and get some more shots on this guy. We haven't really tested him that much, and quality shots too.
So we got to get the quality shots up, the rebound shots. That was something we did really well in the first.
Yep.
You know, we had a lot of second chance, third chance rebounds. Shots from a lot of angles. We asked Mr. Tikach about that in the first intermission. Is that something your coach tries to provide to you guys as one of your priorities? Shots first, rebound second?
Yeah, well, for sure. You know, every practice, stop in front of the net and get the rebound in, even in just practice.
Such an amazing rule of thumb. You see so many forwards curl away from the net.
Yeah.
They don't stop in front. As a goal scorer like yourself, popping in 35 points last year with the City Sharks. This year doing pretty well in the first 25 games. There's one lesson you can teach the little guys. What would it be besides stopping in front of the net?
You know, don't think that it's too selfish to shoot. You know, lots of guys like to think overpass the puck. I say, you know, don't be afraid to shoot the puck.
Don't be afraid to shoot, young guys. There you have it. So we talked a little bit about this beforehand. This is the first year for the Bruins altogether.
Yep.
How do you know all your chemistry so well with these players? You said there's 3 Sharks on the team. You must have played against these guys for 4 or 5 years, and now you're teammates.
Yeah, for sure. You know, they say that the guys that you hate playing against the most are your best teammates, so maybe that's it.
So you got some really great teammates, I guess. You guys are 3rd in the league right now. No matter what the points, you're sitting really well. Great job. We won't talk hockey for the last bit. Weather outside, a balmy 2 degrees, or for you Americans, 36 degrees. You got any dust on your golf clubs? You ready to go?
Yeah, I'm always ready to go for a round.
There we go. So we got Jason Kotchin with a second intermission. We'll let him go. We'll be back with some third period action. 4-1 for the Wild, unfortunately. Back here with the Manitoba Sports Network.
Welcome to MB Seeds. I'm Matt and this is B, and we're a family-run business. We've been operating since 2012, and we sell canola, soybeans, corn, wheat, barley, oats, and peas. We also run a cleaning facility on site just south of Low Farm, where we can clean almost anything that you can grow. Come check us out today.
Hi, I'm Melanie from Melanie Vaughn in Athletic Therapy. I deal with rehab here, And one of the treatments that I use is massage, some mobilizations, and there are many other techniques that I take care of to help heal injuries.
I treat sports injuries, workplace injuries, motor vehicle accident injuries, and I direct bill to MPI, WCB, and other third-party insurers. Thank you. Come see us.
Are you looking for a career in the salon industry? Check out Aveda Institute Winnipeg in the Exchange. What sets us apart is our student mentorship program, 95% placement rate after graduation, real-world salon experience, and network of 7,000 salons and spas. You will learn creative cut and coloring, latest trends and techniques, social media marketing, fashion shows, photo shoots, and more. Now accepting applications for 2018, so check us out and book your tour today. Aveda Institute Winnipeg. Hair school the way it should be. At Super 8 Winnipeg West, we have your comfort in mind, with free Wi-Fi and free daily Superstart breakfast. We also have guest laundry facilities, a state-of-the-art fitness center, and a jetted hot tub. Sleep well in a spacious guest room equipped with plush new bedding, a 50-inch flat-screen HD TV, microwave, mini refrigerator, and Keurig coffee maker. Or book a suite with a kitchen, ideal for extended stays. Super 8 Winnipeg West, located just inside the perimeter on Portage Avenue.
Welcome back inside the Bell MTS Iceplex and, of course, along the Manitoba Sports Network. 4-1 in favor of the Wild. Puck is dropped. Third period of play on the way as the puck is thrown into the Bruins zone by the Wild. Right back where they left off from the second period. Gottfried is going to pick up the loose puck, throw it all the way down the ice. On the penalty kill there. Picked up by Colby Thornton. But a whistle's going to be blown. Face-offs inside the Bruins zone. 39 seconds left on that penalty kill for Pembina Valley Chrysler. Just want to remind you that those interviews from Theo and the wrap-up brought to you by CM Engrave. Are you looking for trophies or medals for your next hockey tournament? Then call CM Engrave today. 204-224-2416. They got the best prizes in Manitoba. cmengrave.ca. Plays in the neutral zone where it's picked up by Mitchell Jost, the fourth goal scorer here for the Winnipeg Wild. Chipped into the Winnipeg Bruins zone onto the stick of Luke Van Dixon. Tries to walk out into the slot, but sticked away by the Bruins nicely into the corner. Picked up by number 4 in Bullock. Bullock's going to throw it around the net of Colby Thornton and picked up by the Bruins into the neutral zone. Mariusz going to chip that down deep out of his net to hold that one is Miles Minor. Minor stopped 20 out of the 21 shots he's faced from the Bruins. Puck comes out to the point, chipped all the way down the ice, but the penalty has expired. Icing, face off all the way down in the Wild territory.
Benedictson just didn't see his Luke Bettens, man, for a breakaway pass, if you want to call it that. Instead, he decided to pull out the 7-iron and drill it 140 yards for an icing.
Face off to the blocker side of Miles Minor. Behind the net, thrown around the near side boards where it's stopped at the line by Jaquette. Jaquette gets the puck back, thrown towards the net, right on the chest of Miles Minor, covers up for the face-off. Well, so what? Is that 3 whistles down, 1:18 in the third? Are we slowing down the pace?
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what this deal is. This third period's not going like 1 or 2, but I will say,
I was ready to get out of here by 8:30.
Not going to happen.
Face-off is picked up by Jaquette on the point. Nicely shrugs off the check from the Wild, but the Wild do manage to get this out and inside the Bruins territory. On the puck now is Kyle Lang for the Bruins. Swings back around his net. Doesn't like the read, so he changes direction. Throws it on the stick of Como. And now here comes Nathaniel Hines. Throws it off the boards. Goes outside around the defenseman. Trying to work the advantage on the defenseman for the Wild. The Bruins do maintain possession just momentarily, and back to the way come the Wild, led by Kyle Bettens. Bettens now stops up high slot, looking for fall. Quick shot. Great pad save there by Colby Thornton. That right pad's been very active tonight as he's robbed a few Wild. And now the Bruins are going to play it out into the neutral zone. Burr On to Kyle Lang. Lang takes it wide, throws it off the side of the net. Bounces behind the net of Miles Minor, picked up by Joe Kraus, spins around the check of the Bruins, and played onto the defenseman and Matt Shatsky. Shatsky's going to go headman pass for Eric Fox, trying to split the defenseman. Nothing happening there as the Bruins intercept that, chip it back out to neutral ice, where Matt Shatsky's first on it. Shatsky's going to go across the ice to Kraus, a little bit beyond his stick, and back into the Wild territory. Nice hit there by Stubbs, back in front for, I believe that's Nakins. Just shoveled that shot wide of the net of Miles Minor into the far side corner. Picked up by Tristan Thompson. Stopped there by the Bruins. Good offensive pressure here early in the third for the Bruins and a 4-1 lead for the Wild. Tristan Thompson now is taking it down the right wing. Intended for Fox. Gets behind him, but it's on the stick of Kluchuk. Nice play there by Patrick, but just chipped along the boards and just too far ahead of him as it's played by the Wild out into Bruins territory.
Borger, quick job there off the boards, knowing to back up his defenseman, kind of reading the play. Bruins just couldn't. Bruins are kind of playing a complacent style here in the first 3 minutes and 15 seconds. You got to attack more.
Back comes Jason Sisson. Sisson with a quick backhand shot high and wide of the net. Slammed back down deep by the Bruins into the Wild zone. Picked up by Gottfried. Lead pass for Fox. He has a little bit of room, but he chips it out to Kyle Bettens. Bettens now walks into the attacking zone. Throws it to Fox. Just a high pass over the stick of Eric Fox. It falls onto the near side boards here in the Bruins zone. Back the other way come the Bruins, led by Mariusz. Mariusz is going to take it wide. Gets rided out into the boards by Gottfried. Gottfried now chips it ahead for Joss. Joss has a little bit of room, just throws it back deep into his defenseman's stick. And carried out by Alec Borger. Borger now on to Waite. Waite now for Joss. Joss down the left wing on his backhand. Goes into the front of the net, sticked off the puck nicely there by Luke Massey. Massey trying to throw it out into neutral ice. Corralled by Drake Burgeon. Offside here. Waved off by the linesman as it's dangerously in the slot. Bruins trying to shovel the puck towards the net. Played into the near side corner boards. Picked up by the Bruins. And number 16 in Finn Carrick. Walking into the middle of the circle. Intercepted by Mitchell Joss. Joss is going to play it off the far side boards. Stopped momentarily by the Bruins, and they do keep it in nicely. And now the Wild do flip it out into neutral ice. Colby Jaquette is going to try to throw this, intended for number 20 and Blake Burr. Just ahead of him is going to be icing against the Bruins.
Just outside of the outreach stick of the Bruin forward. I don't know if I like that call. I mean, you got a Wild player going for a change. Defenseman comes on the ice, and he's nonchalant to go to the loose puck. We see a lot of that in the NHL. We shouldn't see that in AAA hockey.
Face-off is won by the Wild and hemmed in deep to the Bruins zone. Picked up by Colby Jaquette. Quick outlet pass intended for Nakins. Nakins gets stripped of the puck by Shatsky. Shatsky's going to play it off the boards for Belton. Trying a centering pass intended for Benedictson, but intercepted by the Bruins. And back come the Bruins. As a little bit of an inside-out move finds its way behind the net of Minor and chipped out all the way to neutral's ice by the Wild. A little bit of back and forth play here in the third period. 14:34 remaining in a 4-1 lead by the Wild. An intended pass for Hyatt. That's intercepted by Luke Zaremit onto the stick of Zach Falk. And I believe a penalty's coming up here for the Wild as Zach Falk's going to go off. 2 minutes for tripping.
Just a lazy stick there by Zach Falk. He could have easily just skated around him and got possession of the puck. I think he just got stuck up in the Bruins defenseman's skates there. So we get to see a Bruins power play. We haven't said that very much if this is the first one of the night, Rory.
Second one at the end of that second period. The Wild were shorthanded. This penalty kill is brought to you by Pembina Valley Chrysler. Second one of the night for the Winnipeg Wild. The Bruins back on the man advantage. Really need a goal here to swing that momentum and try to cut into the 3-goal lead in favor of the Winnipeg Wild. The Bruins do have possession inside the Wild zone. Colby Jaquette keeps that in, but just for a brief moment as it's hammered out by Gottfried all the way down the ice onto the stick of the goaltender Colby Thornton. And the Bruins are going to try again here on the power play brought to you by GT Hockey. Go to gtperformancehockey.ca as Gottfried runs into Hines nicely at the blue line. but trailing comes Lang. Lang trying to keep the puck in deep, comes out to the point. No, it's stopped by an errant stick and held into the Winnipeg zone. The Wild, that is. It's played back behind the net. There's Burr being pressed up nicely against the boards by Borger. Borger's had a strong game today. Played out by the Winnipeg Wild all the way down the ice. A minute left in this power play brought to you by GT Hockey as it's on the stick of Colby Thornton. He throws it behind the net dangerously, almost intercepted there by Kyle Bettens as it's played out to neutral ice and slammed back in the Bruins zone by number 7 and Drake Bergen.
That's one player you don't want to lose the puck to is Kyle Bettens around the net. He's quick, he's sharp. He'll take a shot from anywhere and could catch Thornton off guard. Kind of been floating around in this power play trying to stop the puck and get the puck moving for the Bruins.
Shot there from Nakins from the slot. That's blockered high and into the netting by Miles Minor. Makes his 23rd save of the game. Does Miles Minor. 12:59 remaining here in this third period. 4-1 for the Wild.
Now, the Wild are still controlling a lot of this gameplay, and even with the power play, the Bruins just haven't found an answer in getting any sustainable offense, especially with the man advantage. And 37 seconds left. They got a face-off in the attack zone. See what they do.
Face-off won by the Bruins onto the stick of Clausen. He's looking over for Finn Carrick. Finn Carrick back to the point for Bullock. There's a high shot. Gloved down by Miles Minor. Bruins maintain control. Back to the point. Nicely chipped away by Kluchuk from the Wild. Comes out into Bruins territory where Mariusz picks up the loose puck. Intended pass up for Nakins. Just a little bit ahead of him. Drake Bergen's going to slam this all the way down the ice. And it's picked up by the goaltender, Colby Thornton, behind his net. 7 seconds remaining. Final last effort on the power play for the Bruins. Right now, Ty Nakins going to come out. 5-on-5 as the player for the Wild comes out. Shot from Nakins. That goes wide of the net. Bounces all the way around the boards. Into the bench from a shot from Kluchuk, a clearing attempt. We're going to get a whistle here inside the Wild zone. It should be with 12:14 remaining in the third period. 4-1 for the Wild.
Clearing attempt came from the Wild. Went off Ashton and then into the Wild bench, so that's why we have the face-off in the Wild zone again here.
Face-off is tied along the far side boards by Mitchell Joss. Joss is now going to carry that one out. Bruins are going to pick up the loose puck. Chipped along the boards by Stubbs. Stubbs just sends that in a little bit deeper, but the Wild are the first ones on it. Centering pass onto the stick of Kyle Bettens. He has a lot of room down the left wing. Stops up, over, across to Mitchell Joss. Joss now whistles a shot from a weak angle. Does find his way to the side of the net. They score! Caden Bryant is going to make it 5-1 Winnipeg, and the floodgates are open here at the Bell MTS Iceplex. A weak angle shot from Mitchell Joss. Just at the side of the left face-off circle. Throws it to the side of the net. No Bruins can pick up the loose puck. Caden Bryant was first one on it and slams that right in the 6x4 behind Colby Thornton. Makes it 5-1 for the Wild. As the Bruins are looking for any offense here, intercepted by Winnipeg at the blue line of the Bruins. Onto the stick of Gottfried in neutral ice. And those passes by the Bruins that seemed so crisp in the first period are a little bit lackadaisical here in the third, as the Wild have been all over them for the better half of the last 40 minutes of this hockey game. Borger's going to ride himself into the boards, but gets the puck behind his net for Gottfried. Gottfried head up, looking for a headman pass. Off the stick there of Nathaniel Hines and onto the stick of Ty Nakins. Bruins again looking for any offense that they can try to generate here not late in the third, halfway through the third.
They just need some kind of answer, response, because the Wild have just taken control of this puck.
Gottfried splits 2D, goes to the backhand and shovels that one wide. Great move by the 6'5" towering defenseman for the Winnipeg Wild. Face off behind the net, picked up by number 8 and Tristan Thompson, being ridden along the boards there by the defenseman for the Bruins. In to help there is Sarter. Sarter's going to throw it back for Thompson. Thompson behind the net, trying to shake and bake along inside the Bruins territory, gets it to the point for Mason. Wait now. He's going to throw it into the slot where Sardar's waiting for it. Couldn't quite find the handle, but Sardar picks it up along the near side boards. Finds Fox, fans on the shot. Back the other way comes Blake Burr. Burr gets to center ice, flips it into the Wild territory, and they're going to go off for fuel and tires here as we have 10 minutes left in this third period. 5-1 for the Wild as they haven't beaten the Bruins in this season. 2-0 for the Bruins in the season series so far. The Wild are making a statement here, being tied for first, and after today's game, going to have sole possession of first in this Manitoba Midget AAA Hockey League. As a centering pass attempt for the Bruins is off the side of the net and falls onto the far side corner boards. 4 bodies in there working on that one. 2 for the Wild, 2 for the Bruins. Bruins going to win that as they go D to D. Back over to the stick of Bullock. Doesn't have a lane towards the net, so he throws it along the boards. On the puck now is Lang. Lang back for Bullock. Now Bullock fires and right. Gobbled up by the goaltender Miles Minor like he has all night. 24th save of the game for Minor. 9:19 remaining. 5-1 Winnipeg Wild.
The one thing that Minor's done in the last 2 periods especially is controlling the rebounds and not having very many second chance opportunities for the Bruins, which has negated their offensive priority here. They just haven't been able to muster up any type of offense. And the Bruins are kind of befuddled with what to do next with Minor between the pipes.
Faceoffs won by the Bruins onto the stick of Jaquette at the point. He throws it down for Stubbs on the near side half wall. He misses the net. The puck rings around the boards and all the way out into Bruins territory, where Luke Zeremet's going to strip the defenseman of the puck momentarily, and Luke Benedictson's now on it. Tries a little chip pass for the defenseman. Nothing happening there. Bruins work it out to center ice. A little bit of chippy play here at center ice as both teams vying for position. 3-on-2 come the Bruins. Patrick throws it towards the net, steered aside there by Miles Minor. Puck comes to the far side, corner boards, centering pass, comes out to the point, now to Jaquette. Jaquette just throws it with purpose wide of the net of Minor, bounces off the boards, but first on it there is Reese Belton. Belton goes to Benediction, Benediction goes to Zeremet, and that's offside as Reese Belton might have been a step offside. Faceoff's going to come outside the Bruins zone with 8:29 remaining here in the third period.
Belton was eager there to go to the far post, looking for that backside pass, right where, you know, beautiful, one of the most beautiful plays in offensive style hockey. That back post tip in, just unfortunately he was offside there, one step too quick.
That goal by the Winnipeg, the 5th goal of the game for the Wild, was brought to you by Get Empowered, our official communications provider for cell phones, iPads, and more. Contact your authorized TELUS dealer today. GetEmpowered.ca. As a high floating pass by the Bruins finds its way towards the back of the net of Miles Minor. First one on that is the Bruins. Nicely checked by Kyle Bettens into the backboards, but the Bruins maintain possession. Centering pass, and a great play by Caden Bryant to lift the stick of the opponent inside the slot and steer away that scoring opportunity from the Bruins. Back the other way comes Mitchell Jost with some speed down the far side wing. Stops up just on the near side, far side, corner boards. Gets it to the point where it's held in there by Borger. And then again by Jost. Here comes Caden Bryant trying to squeeze between 2 defensemen. Does, but gets shrugged off the puck by number 4 in Bullock. And now back the other way comes Nakins. Nakins stops up, finds an open man in Burr. Burr takes a shot. That's just wide. Great scoring opportunity for Blake Burr of the Bruins. And I believe we're going to get a penalty coming up here. Hit to the head, I think, is the call. As number, is it 15? And Ty Nakins going to go off. Yes, it is. 2 minutes for Ty Nakins.
Great job by Mason Wade on that 2-on-1.
4 minutes for Ty Nakins.
So shot to the head.
Extended power play coming up here, brought to you by GT Hockey, GTPerformanceHockey.com. 7:20 remaining in a 5-1 game for the Wild. Shot right there from the top of the circle by Eric Fox, who had that glorious breakaway opportunity earlier in the game. Has another great scoring chance there, but steered aside by Colby Thornton.
I got to go quickly back to that Bruins last chance offensively. Miles Minor challenging the Bruins shooter there, knowing that Mason Wade had the back door on that pass.
Fox now works it down low, trying to centering pass for Bettens. Just a little bit ahead of him, onto the stick there of Shatsky. Shatsky keeps it in. 2 Wild players down low in Fox and Bettens, going inside and out. Fox now Gets a little bit of a hook there. No call by the referees as the puck is behind the net of Thornton. Picked up by Bettens. Played up to the point for Shatsky. And over to Mason Waite. Mason Waite dusts it off. Goes back to Shatsky. Over to Bettens. Has some room. Goes down for Fox. Walks out backhand. Great little cycle play there from the Wild, but couldn't find the trigger on the backdoor pass. As the Bruins do clear it out of their own zone. Regrouping are the Wild with 6 minutes 30 seconds remaining here in the third period, and a 5-1 lead for the green and white. A penalty coming up here, I believe, for too many men, possibly. Well, no one's gone to the box so far, but the referee had his hands up.
I think that was for the change for the offense, change for the defense. But Mason Waite just didn't get to that red line, so it was icing call.
Shot there by Mariusz off the skate of Shatsky, and back the other way come the Wild, led by Eric Fox. Fox going to take it wide on the right wing, down on his backhand. Centering pass for Jost. There's a quick shot, right pad save by Colby Thornton. Again, sticks out that right pad, flashes it like lightning speed. 6 minutes to play here in the third, and that power play opportunity for the Wild, brought to you by GT Hockey, has 2 minutes and 43 seconds remaining.
They've been very controlling with the puck, very cool and calm with it. They're looking to kill most of this time, most of the remaining of this third period. The Bruins are trying to figure out a way to get some type of shorthanded opportunity here in the next 2.5 minutes, or else this game is going to slip through their fingers to be a 5-1 victory.
Zachary Falk's going to lead the breakout, just throws a little chip pass onto the near side for Thompson. Thompson goes rink wide looking for Mitchell Joss. Joss trying to shrug off the check there of Como. Does do that and gets the point pass back over to Gottfried. Gottfried goes to Joss. Joss gets a centering pass for Thompson. Just couldn't quite find the handle as Gottfried does a good job to hold that one in. Now a shot from Gottfried comes in. Puck it now bouncing in the slot. Gottfried picks that one up again. Throws it back to the point for Borger. Borger goes DDD back for Gottfried. Walks the line. Fakes the shot. Goes down for Thompson. Thompson shoots. And there's another save by Colby Thornton. Covers that one up. Face-off coming to the blocker side of Thornton with 5:11 remaining here in the third period.
Short angle shot taken by Tristan Thompson, looking for a rebound. A little bit of a scrum in the front of the net ensues, but Colby Thornton still played a pretty decent game, able to get his trapper on that one. Stop the play with 5:11 here. Bruins got to muster up something here, or else this kryptonite is going to be no longer against the Wild hockey team.
Oh, they've definitely found a way to answer back. And Mason Wade's going to walk that in. Tip shot in front. Centering pass by Zaremit. Finds its way back to the point for Waite. Waite now whistles another shot. That's blocked by the Bruins. Cleared all the way down the ice. Out of his net comes Miles Minor. Stops the puck. Drake Burgeon's going to wait for Reese Belton. Belton now swings with some speed through the neutral ice. Going to chip that ahead for Waite. Everyone's onside as Waite takes it. Drives it towards the net. Loose puck towards the side. Great save again by Thornton. The guy's made probably about 10 great saves here in the game. Although 5-1 for the Wild. Wild pulling their goalie as the penalty again coming up for the Bruins. They're going to touch the puck. And with 4:29 remaining, a minute and 9 remaining in the initial 4-minute penalty to Ty Akins for a hit to the head, the Wild are going to go on an extended 5-on-3 power play opportunity as Braden Stubbs is going to head to the bench. Power play brought to you by GT Hockey, GTPerformanceHockey.com. 4:29 remaining, 5-on-3 for the Wild.
And it's another 4-minute penalty, another hit to the head call by the head official there. So really, they're going to be on the power play
for the rest of this game,
unless they score 2 goals. But a 5-on-3 here for a minute and 5 and change.
5-on-3 for the Wild. Kyle Bettens is going to walk the line. Drop it there for Mason Waite and back to Bettens. Bettens goes down for Falk and back to Bettens. Looking for some reads, looking for a cycle of the Wild. Now Zach Falk's going to go over to Mason Waite. Far side, centering pass, tipped it towards the net by Sarter, but tipped wide and cleared out by the Bruins. They're going to get back into position and make a quick change here on the 5-on-3 as Mason Waite's flying through the neutral ice. Makes a nice little move there, throws it towards the slot, and Zachary Falk scores! What a play by the captain, Mason Waite, with plethora of speed through the neutral ice on his backhand. little saucer pass onto the back door, and there was Zach Falk to put in his 31st league-leading goal of the year. Make it 6-1 Wild.
Absolutely magic. Simply spectacular, if I could coin a phrase from my EPL boys on Saturday morning. Great pass. Great job on the wide side, and finds the back of the net. Makes it a 6-1 Laddie game.
Yes, what can you say about Zach Falk? 31 goals on the year, and here comes Benediction with some speed, trying to pad that even more after beating the Interlake Lightning 14-0 just a few days ago. The Wild are up 6-1 here on the Bruins. Still on the power play, as that goal is brought to you by Get Empowered, our authorized cell phone, iPads dealer. Go to getempowered.ca. Wild now still on the power play here. 3:11 left on the third. Shot from Matt Shatsky. Just missing that. Rebound bouncing into the slot. Belton's on that one. Kept in nicely by the Wild as Joe Krause tries to get that in deep, but it's slapped away by the Bruins back in towards the Wild zone.
It almost feels like this power play, Rory, is like a practice for these Wild hockey players. They're up 6-1. They've had full control of this complete period. And, outside of some errant passing here, they've been doing a great job all period.
Well, I mean, and no offense at all, but, I mean, the power play is the one aspect of the Wild's game that needs some practice. 10th in the league.
Needs the improvement. And when you score 14 goals against Interlake and then you play a team like the Bruins that have had your number in the two matches you've had previous, and now you got a 6 spot on them. I mean, Miles Miners definitely brought his game tonight, really controlling, doing a great job in the net. And the Wild have been relentless on their offense. Power play, even strength. They haven't had to do much on the penalty kill, but that's a good part of their game. No practice really needed there, but they're moving the puck with ease here in the last 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
Gottfried on the point, feeds Bettens. Bettens tries to squeeze off a shot there. That's off a stick high and onto the netting. 20 goals in 2 games for the Winnipeg Wild. No wonder they lead the league coming into this game with 211 goals for. Make that 217 in 36 games.
The offense is unreal. It's breathtaking.
Shot from Gottfried. Well, they are the defending champions for a reason. As Zachary Falk's going to throw that along the far side boards. Over to Eric Fox. Has a little bit of trouble corralling that puck. But Falk picks it up, tries a sharp angle shot. There was Colby Thornton, though, pinching against the post. Keep that puck out of the 6x4.
And I don't want to jinx the Winnipeg Wild hockey team here, because heaven forbid they go on a goal-scoring slump. That's not really going to matter, because they've only allowed 70-something goals all season. The goaltending has been absolutely phenomenal. They're going to win those 2-1 hockey games if they have them.
It's an average of under 2 goals a game. Under.
It's amazing what this Wild team has done. And not taking anything away from what the Bruins organization has done in their inaugural year in Winnipeg AAA Midget. I mean, you think about these players, most of them have been not enemies, but opponents in recent years. And you try to put all of these players together on a new team for the first time, and you have them buy into a system that's done really well for them for most of the season. I mean, they're still going to be a force to be reckoned with come playoff time.
Here comes Mitchell Joss into the attacking zone, stopped there by the Bruins. Pardon me, they came in with an average of 2.06 goals against per game. They're going to bring that down to just above 2. So 2.01, 2.02 will be the Wild after this game, which is incredible.
And they're right on point, being first at 6 goals per game.
Yeah.
So that's going to stay on the offensive side pretty much the same.
Last minute of the play here in the third, as the Wild have possession inside the Bruins territory.
Colby Thornton's getting his stick a little active there, not like on the Wild, skating through the blue paint. I wonder if there's going to be some sort of retaliation. Here comes another guy in front. Oh.
And Drake Burgeon's going to come in from the point. Keep that puck in. 30 seconds remaining here in this third. It's been a statement game for the Winnipeg Wild. Another shot, and there's going to be a penalty coming up to the goalie. Like you said, the active stick, a little too active. Tripping coming up to number 35. or interference. Are they going to call the
I think
Wild as
they're
interference?
They're going to call the Wild on the interference. I think that was mostly on Colby Thornton sticking his stick where it doesn't belong. Any higher, he's playing jingle bells. But the Wild player goes down, and he gets 2 minutes. Now, there's not much time left.
Well, I'll tell you who's happy, though. The penalty kill sponsor brought to you by Pembina Valley Chrysler. Going to squeeze one more in there with 18.5 remaining here in the third period, as the Wild are going to go on that penalty kill. But all for naught, as it's been a dominant effort by the league-leading Winnipeg Wild. 10 seconds remaining. Bruins are going to keep this in on the stick of Clausen. He's going to dust it off, walk the line, intercepted there outside the zone. And that's going to do it here tonight at the Bell MTS Iceplex. 6-1 Wild over the Bruins, over the team that they haven't beaten yet this year. They've now beaten them. They improved their record to 31-3-2, pick up their 64th point of the year. Meanwhile, the Bruins fall to 23-9-2.
12 straight wins for the Winnipeg Wild. And more importantly, the monkey off the back. I mean, you talk about a favorite team that does what they do best in trying to beat them. But here they come, showing what they do best. And quite frankly, the better team for at least 50 minutes of that game. I mean, not to take anything away from the Bruins, like we said, but Winnipeg Wild were just that much better of a team.
Yeah, I mean, we came into this game thinking that, the Bruins were leading the season series 2-0 over the Winnipeg Wild. They don't have the size, but they definitely have the speed. And they have maybe not the momentum over the course of the season, but they have the momentum knowing that they can beat this team. They can beat the first-place team in the league. And with a new team coming into this league, being the Winnipeg Bruins, after this loss, it was a statement game for the Wild saying that, hey, we're the defending champions, we're first place in the league for a reason. But the Bruins have hung with them for 2 games. And the Bruins, maybe it was a little bit too much of a break, being the 5-day break, where the Wild have maintained their 11-game winning streak, now 12 after this game, saying, hey, we're first place for a reason.
Well, the coaching staff of the Bruins is going to have to do one of 2 things. One, tell these players to quickly forget about this loss. And then furthermore, look forward to the next game, because you just played the best team in the league. You did some good things. Now, obviously, we let the game go quickly, because I've always loved the phrase, when a shark smells blood or tastes blood, they don't stop. They put the foot on the gas pedal. They keep going, and that is exactly what the Winnipeg Wild did here. I mean, outside of the first period, where they were shooting the puck from every direction for the Bruins, Miles Minor played a fantastic second and third period there. And we'll jump to the Stars later, but he was on point minute after minute and 18. He was on point for the last 58 minutes.
Well, that's what it was. It was the first period. We ended 20 minutes, 1-1, tie game, all knotted up. And that second period came. It was just as fast as the first, but the Winnipeg Wild really put their foot on the floor and found an extra gear that the Bruins weren't able to keep up with.
They hit the nitrous. They smelt the blood, they took the game into their hands, and they didn't give it back. And for a good team that does that, that shows why they're in first, why they do what they do, and how well they do it so well. I mean, the control, the tenacity, the relentlessness, and just the calmness at the end of the game, being able to control it, and really just not to get the game out of control, maintain the respect of the game, but to play this Bruins team, the team that they have not beaten ever, and to finally do it in a style like this in our game of the week, just a thing of beauty.
Absolutely. We're going to head to the scoring summary here. First period, the Bruins open up the scoring in this game. Their only goal is Blake Burr. He's going to pick up his 7th goal of the year. That's assisted by Nathaniel Hines. And then it was all Winnipeg from there. In the first period, Luke Benedictson, assisted by Mason Waite and Drake Burgeon. Then in the second period, after it goes 1-1, after 20, Kyle Bettens is going to pick up his 55th point of the year, his 25th goal. That's assisted by Michael Sarter and Zachary Falk to make it 2-1 Winnipeg. Then Alec Borger on the power play, assisted by Ryan Gottfried and Zachary Falk once again. Mitchell Jost would make it 4-1 on a beautiful shorthanded effort by the number 20 player for the Winnipeg Wild, assisted by Luke Ceremit. And the goaltender, Miles Minor, is going to pick up a little apple there to go along with his 26-save performance. Going into the third period with the Winnipeg Wild leading 4-1. Caden Bryant picks up another goal, assisted by Kyle Bettens once again. Mitchell Jost on the secondary assist there. And then the final statement was Zachary Falk's league leading 31st goal of the season, assisted by Mason Waite, the captain, on a unbelievable, all Zachary Falk had to do there was park himself beside backdoor in the net. Mason Waite did all the work there on the power play. 6-1 here for Winnipeg. Who stood out for you? Let's get to 3 stars here because Wild were everywhere.
Absolutely. Miles Minor is probably my number 1 star tonight because he kept the game in reach in the first period. If he would have let in second or third goal by the Bruins there, who knows whether or not the Wild would have been able to come back from a deficit like that so quickly. The Bruins were really all over the Wild in the first. And then it was shortly at the end of the first and the very beginning of the second where the Wild just said, no, we're taking this. We're taking over control. We got the rest of this game. We got a guy in the pipes that's doing fantastic. His 15th win of the season. Bottom line is he played super strong. He developed a great calmness of him between the pipes. He controlled the rebounds, which was the most important thing for the Bruins offense, because after the Bruins offense could not muster up any type of offense around the rebounds, when there's no rebounds, there's no offense. And for the Bruins, that was their game plan, and it was gone.
Yeah, I'm going to give a second star here to Mitchell Jost. And a 3-point effort here tonight, a goal and 2 assists for number 20 for the Winnipeg Wild. Doesn't have the size, surely has the speed, seemed to be up and down the ice on the power play, on the penalty kill, was everywhere for the Winnipeg Wild. And, correct me if I'm wrong, but, a 3-point effort again for Zach Falk, could be your number 1 player. But Kyle Bettens, again, he had 2 points, a goal and an assist. But for a guy who is second place in the league, has 55 points in now his 36th game, his size is a force to be reckoned with. He imposes himself on every opponent that he plays against. And although he wasn't the leading point scorer for the Wild today, it just seemed that his game is better and better and better every game. And congratulations for Kyle Bettens, because a couple of days ago he committed to Bemidji State University, which is a Div 1 university NCAA school, which in this league you don't often see a lot of players going to Div 1. So congratulations for Kyle Bettens, a really great achievement for him.
An absolutely great feat. You talk about a senior in high school, or maybe a junior in high school. I think he's 17 or 18 years old. And regardless, having the know-abouts and the skills and probably a great team around him, helping him coach his way through the opportunity of going into a Division I school. You talk about a lot of these players that go through high school and they want to have those dreams and those aspirations to play in the WHL, the OHL, Div 1, Div 3, University, CIS hockey, whatever the case may be. They don't want to let that dream go when it comes to playing competitive hockey. And for Kyle Bettens, you look at what the Bruins were able to do for most of the game, but he found a way. He found a way to get to the front of the net and muster up and get that loose rebound for the third goal. He always controlled play on the ice. He always had 1 or 2 Bruins around him, but he was able to get through all of those issues that the black and yellow tried to put in front of him. You talked about Falk. You talked about Jost. The thing about this Wild team, you try to shut down one. There's 7 other guys that have scored a point per game. You try to shut down the first line. Then the speed's going to come in. And then you mentioned the game of Jost. The one thing we didn't really mention about a lot of these youngsters and the speedsters on the Wild, they got under the skin of the black and yellow in the Bruins. And you saw some of that at the end of the game, especially with Colby Thornton in net, where you started sticking a lot of the players coming across his crease. And you just saw the frustration in the Bruins at the end of the game. And they're like, I just can't wait till this is done. I want to turn the page, start a new chapter. Let's look at the next game.
Well, listen to these names here. Alec Borger on defense. Luke Ceremit on the power play, everywhere on the ice. Mason Waite, the captain. Eric Fox, one of their leading goal scorers of the team. And Mitchell Jost, Kyle Bettens being another one. These are the players that are on the returning team of the championship Wild last year. They drive the bus. They lead the team. And this is why they're first place in the league And this is why that they're so dominant. Even though they haven't beaten the Bruins, they showed today that they are the best team in the Manitoba Major AAA Hockey League.
As much as everybody says defense wins championships, I think it's the tradition and the excellence and the pillars of strength, knowing what it is to make a champion, that delivers more great champions. You look at how the dynasties have now been built in any major sports. It comes down to the fact that you have a system in place, you have players that have won in the past with that system, and they just want to continue and pressure and move and build the strength of the following, the fill-in players, so they understand the attitude that is needed to hoist a cup and win a championship come season's end.
Well, it is a 6-1 final in favor of the Winnipeg Wild. On behalf of myself, Rory McGoran, and of course my broadcast partner, Theo Tutkaluk, you've been listening to the Manitoba Sports Network, and we thank you for doing so. 6-1 Winnipeg along the Manitoba Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Rick Funk from Funk's Toyota. Our family has been in the automotive business for over 45 years. That's 45 plus years of looking after customers. We have a top worldwide recognized product that we are proud to be a partner with Toyota Canada. Every new and used vehicle is negotiable when it comes to purchasing your vehicle here at Funk's Toyota. Our staff of many years is very knowledgeable and will help you, not force you with your buying decision. There are no hidden fees and no pressure tactics. Not only that, we promise what we deliver and have one of the best used vehicle warranties in the business. Our staff love to serve, and you will feel like family after your first visit. We are not perfect, but we love to please here at Funk's Toyota. For those of you that have experienced our Funk's Toyota family way, please share it with others and like us and share us on Facebook. We are proud to be a sponsor of the Manitoba Amateur Sports. Visit us online at www.funks.toyota.ca.